The following footage from Naruto Shippuden was taken from YouTube and also Anime Lab. Please, YouTube, please, I don't want any lawsuits on my hands. Naruto is property of Masashi Kishimoto, Madman Entertainment, and Viz Media. Believe it! Alright, let's go. Oh, Naruto, where do I begin? Hey there folks, my name is Silver, and welcome to a anime review video. I haven't done one of these in a while. I am of course a filthy weeb, and I have been known to do these little anime reviews every now and then. Today, we are going to be talking about Naruto, specifically Naruto Shippuden. I have only just finished watching Naruto Shippuden. I know, we'll get into that a little bit later in the video as to why it's taken me so long to get it finished, but here we are. Anyways guys, we're going to discuss some things about Naruto today. I'm going to talk about some of my favorite characters, some of the episodes, and of course we will get into spoiler territory if you haven't seen Naruto Shippuden, but I will leave a little spoiler tag when we get there. But anyways guys, with all that said, let's get into this little Naruto Shippuden review.
You are my friend. I don't hear you. 今でもまだ忘れてないんでしょ
So, if by some miracle you don't know what Naruto is, then allow me to give you a brief synopsis. Naruto is an incredibly popular anime and manga series created by Masashi Kishimoto. It is about ninjas. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Whenever I think of Naruto, I think of the abridged series done by that guy. He did the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series as well. Anyways, Little Kuribo, there he is. What a guy. Anyways, fantastic show. We're going to get into my opinions a little bit later, but if you haven't heard of Naruto, essentially it is about ninjas. So, I'm going to give you a basic plot synopsis. I'm sure that you probably know what Naruto is, but in the off chance that you don't, here we go. So, the story of Naruto begins in Konoha, or the village hidden in the leaves, or the hidden leaf village, whatever. In this world, ninjas exist, and they use their chakra to use various things like, kunai throwing or summoning earth walls or water. So they use their chakra to fight or to just, it's mainly to fight. There are various chakras natures like water and earth and lightning and stuff. And in this ninja world, there's a lot of bad stuff going on. There's a lot of wars, there's a lot of hatred, and Naruto is a little ninja growing up in this village. He is hated by his fellow villagers because he has a demon fox trapped inside his body. So this demon fox is called the Nine-Tailed Fox, and it is a big malevolent creature that was going to destroy the Hidden Leaf Village, but the previous Hokage, so the Hokage is basically the leader of the Leaf Village. There are several other Kage throughout the villages. There is the Mizukage, who is the leader of the Rain Village, and such and so forth. The Kazekage is the leader of the Sand Village, blah blah blah. So Kage basically just means like sort of leader, and then you have the different prefix. So the Hokage was the person who saved the Leaf Village and sealed the Nine-Tailed Fox inside of Naruto, and that's where it all begins. Oh my. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'm sure that like Naruto is such a hugely popular and hugely influential franchise in anime that I'm sure you at least know a little bit about it. But anyways guys, we're going to get into some of my favorite characters. You of course have Naruto. We start with the main character. He is a bit lightheaded, a bit clumsy, a bit silly, but he is also fiercely loyal and will do anything to protect his friends. It's my ninja way, my nindo. I'm so sick of his catchphrase, dude. Anyways, so Naruto is the main character. He's of course, your classic shonen character. He's all about protecting his friends and being a good guy. Then we have Sasuke, Naruto's love interest. Whoa, no. Naruto is obsessed with Sasuke, of course, as I'm sure you all know. Sasuke is the last member of the Uchiha clan who possessed the Sharingan, the power of red eyeballs. So Sasuke is all brooding and moody. His entire clan was killed by his brother Itachi, who is also one of my favorite characters. He's the best character, fight me. So Sasuke is all wanting to get revenge on his brother and find out why he did this. So that's his sort of motivation. And then completing the trio, we have Sakura. Oh, Sakura. Alright guys, this is the second time I've had to go back into editing and change this video. This funny little clip that I had planned was from episode What Fills the Hole during the Obito fight when Sakura shows up, and it was going to be really funny. She shows up and she's like, you think I'm some weak woman? And then it was going to be like, shut up Sakura, and it was going to be hilarious, but YouTube are screwing me, whatever. So here's this instead. Ugh, let's move on. In all honesty, though, Sakura is a pretty cool character. She does get some shit done towards the end of the series, and she becomes a very sort of useful, as much as everyone hates to admit it, she is useful. She's very skilled with medical ninjutsu. She's able to heal people and also punch the shit out of dudes and create giant craters in the ground and stuff. It's kinda nutty. Obviously, I'm not going to explain all of the characters in Naruto. There are tons and tons and tons of characters in Naruto. And moving on from there, some of my other favorite characters, my particular favorite characters, I really like Gaara. He's pretty cool. He is the Kazekage of the Sand Village. He has this awesome tattoo on his forehead, and he has sand powers and all that cool shit, and his voice actor is really freaking cool. Moving on from there, who else do I like? Itachi, I mentioned. Itachi is easily the best character in the show. Fight me, he's the coolest. Oh my god, I'm not even going to go into why Itachi is the best. He's just awesome. What else? What else? This is getting towards spoiler territory, but I won't go too far. Getting on to Temari, she is another person who lives in the Sand Village. She is Gaara's sister. She is Gaara's sister, yes. And she was very cute and very endearing towards the end of the series. Oh my god. Nice. Speaking of further in the end of the series, Ino becomes a absolute babe at the end of the series. Like, oh my god. Ino... what's their Yamanaka? There you go. She has the mind transfer jutsu. She was a pretty cool character, and she's always fighting with Sakura, so there's the comedy there. Ooh. Getting on to some bad guys, I also really like... what's his name? The frickin'... Sasori of the Red Sand. Yeah, Sasori is freaking sick. Fun fact, the first time I went to a sort of anime convention, I tried cosplaying as him. I had really shitty red hairspray, really shitty red hairspray, and my Akatsuki cloak. I painted my nails because all the Akatsuki have black nails for some reason, and then I have the actual ring that he wears as well, so that was really cool. Yeah, good times. Anyways, guys, moving on from characters, let's go into a little bit more stuff about... I actually wrote a script for this video, guys. Wow! Well, folks, I've had to go back and edit this video. At this point, I had Not Even Sudden Rain Can Defeat Me. It's my favorite Naruto intro, but it got mega copyrighted, so I had to completely cut it from the video. Let's continue. So then, the overall story of Naruto. This is going to be a little bit of spoiler warnings right now. Guys, I will have a time link here if you don't want to be spoiled, but I'm going to, of course, talk about the Naruto Shippuden story at this point. If you have not seen Naruto Shippuden, what are you doing? Are you like me and you put off watching it for many, many years? I'll get into more details about that soon. But anyways, the story of Naruto is pretty interesting, to be fair. So, me personally, I was watching Naruto Shippuden quite a while ago. Now, you fanboys are probably not going to be too happy with me here, but I don't think I actually watched the entirety of the first season of Naruto, just Naruto on its own. But I didn't really need to because Naruto Shippuden has enough backstory and filler episodes to cover all that anyways. Heyo! But yes, I was watching around about episode 260. That's where I dropped off the last time I was watching Naruto. Obviously, Naruto was one of the first animes I ever watched. Naruto Shippuden, that is. So yeah, around about episode 260, 270, that's where I dropped off. The beginning of the Great Ninja War, if you're unfamiliar. And when Naruto is just beginning to get his sort of crazy Nine-Tails powers. So starting back at that episode, just... There's this one episode in the Great Ninja War. They're fighting a front on the ocean, and there are these two characters called Ginkaku and Kinkaku, and they're just so lame and annoying, and just that whole episode sucks so much. Just, oh, I remember it. I don't remember it fondly. But anyways, moving on from there, the rest of the Ninja War was honestly, it was a bit of a struggle, guys. Like, there's a lot of just random, like, side characters that have come back from the past, obviously, with the reanimation jutsu, and just a lot of the fights are just like, yeah, I'm the helmet splitter, or I'm this random freaking guy who's really lame, and like, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. There were some cool fights there, you know, like Asuma Sensei coming back and fighting the Inoshika Cho that was right in the Kokoro. There's, of course, Granny Chio coming back, which is pretty brutal, and Itachi coming back as well. The whole reanimation jutsu thing, it just became like a story trope to bring back old characters and bring back these backstories and these filler episodes. Oh, I'm gonna get more into my opinion on that stuff in a little bit, guys. But, yes, most of the Ninja War was just like, oh, please. But then we get into the meat and potatoes. When we get towards the end of the Ninja War, we find out about Obito Uchiha and his history with Kakashi. That was all very interesting. I thought it was very well done. Obito was a pretty cool character, in my opinion. And just all that stuff going on was pretty dope. Now, I propose this question to you, if you remember Naruto Shippuden. So, oh, I smacked my mic. By the way, what do you think of the new mic setup? I have this new pop filter and a fancy shock mount, so that looks a bit different. But anyways, getting back on topic, Obito and all that stuff. I was about to propose a question to you, yes. So the show makes out like Obito is the bad guy. Like, it's always like, oh, Obito started the war, he's the bad guy. But I propose this. Maybe Rin wasn't such a good person. Because, you know, the whole thing with Rin, she was forced to become the Three-Tails Jinchuriki, and she was going to be used to destroy the village. And she sort of threw her life away in front of Kakashi to avoid that fate. And I thought that was kind of strange. Like, maybe Rin was not the good person, because she gave up so easily. You know, maybe there was some way, something she could have done. She could have helped Kakashi or just told them about it. But no, she was just like, I'm just going to get myself killed and leave you guys to it. Have fun. Like, I don't know. That was my opinion on that whole thing. But anyways, we move on from there. We find out more about Obito's backstory and all that stuff. And I don't think I saw any Naruto spoilers. Obviously, I haven't watched Naruto for all this time. But that scene with Obito crushed under the rock, and, you know, that scene repeats at least 5 or 6 times, but I swear I saw that scene somewhere before. It's very strange. I don't know where. I must have seen a spoiler at some point. But anyways, we move on from there. Obito becomes the Ten-Tails Jinchuriki with the help of Madara Uchiha, because Madara is also back. His whole thing was freaking awesome. That episode where Madara comes in and just beats people's asses in the Great Ninja War, that was incredible. Just the animation just spiked way the hell up for that episode. It was crazy. So that was all very epic. Obito becomes a Ten-Tails Jinchuriki, this whole fight going on, and I swear the backstory and the filler episodes during the whole Obito fight and the whole just every time there would be a climactic battle, we would go to 13 episodes of filler, and then it's like, well, then we're back to the battle, and then it's like, where was the battle? I can't remember. Anyways, guys, Madara eventually becomes the Ten-Tails Jinchuriki, blah 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 blah, he betrays Obito, blah 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 blah, but then it turns out that Black Zetsu was the progenitor of absolutely everything. He created the Akatsuki, he was the evil one, and it turns out Kaguya Otsutsuki is the main antagonist of the series. She is, of course, the progenitor of all chakra, and she is here to fuck everyone's shit up. Naruto and Sasuke had a climactic battle with her, and it was all very epic and awesome. And that is the majority of Naruto Shippuden. From there, we move on to a few more sort of filler episodes at the end of the series. It was all very nice. And then we have Naruto and Hinata's wedding at the end. I literally finished that episode yesterday. It was beautiful to finally be done with this show. Finally be done with it all. Well then, folks, the good part about having to go back and edit this video freaking 3 more times is the fact that I can add on this little part. I realized that in my little story synopsis, I didn't mention the infinite Tsukuyomi, Madara's big plan to control the world, but it turns out not really, because it was Kaguya's secret plan all along. So, obviously, the infinite Tsukuyomi was the climactic sort of thing, and it was really cool, putting everyone in the world into a dream, but in reality it was actually for Kaguya's revival. Very interesting and very cool indeed. I think it's all but poetic that Naruto's main thing is to put the characters in a state where they can relive more backstory and we can relive more flashbacks. Oh my god. Those few episodes after the Infinite Tsukuyomi activated were pretty interesting. It was cool to see everyone's sort of perfect dream world. And don't get me started on Lady Tsunade's Infinite Tsukuyomi dream though, and how incredibly convoluted and complicated and weird and also incredibly long that it was. So her Infinite Tsukuyomi dream was her reading a book inside of a dream, but then that was also a dream and she was actually with her lover, whatever his name was. I don't know, it was so weird. Lady Tsunade's Infinite Tsukuyomi dream is essentially a different storyline of the Naruto world, where no one dies really. Itachi is still alive, Naruto's parents are still alive, and it just continues from there. Sasori is the main bad guy instead of Obito, and oh my god, dude, that was just, it was getting just so much filler and so much annoying. I don't know, whatever. But moving on from there, can we talk about just really briefly how freaking adorable and wholesome Gaara's Infinite Tsukuyomi dream was? All his dream was being a kid, and Naruto as a kid coming to the Sand Village to come and play. Just, oh, my heart. Oh, dear little Gaara. But anyways, guys, yes, I just didn't mention the Infinite Tsukuyomi in the original version of this video, but whatever, there's a little chat about that. So now that all the copyright stuff is removed from this video, maybe I can finally upload it, and everyone will be able to watch this. Oh my goodness. Alright, let us continue, shall we? Anyways, guys, that is a general synopsis of the Naruto Shippuden story. Overall, I would say it was very good. They did a awesome job. Maybe someday I'll read the manga, but I don't know. Anyways, moving on from there, everybody. I know this video is going to get mega copyrighted anyways, so whatever, here we are, guys. I present to you the final fight between Naruto and Sasuke, because I have to. This fight is freaking incredible. Let's go. Nope, can't have that in the video either, idiot. So the final fight between Naruto and Sasuke is obviously really cool, and I'm sure you guys know how awesome it is, but I can't show it in this video either because screw me, whatever. Ugh, let's just move on. Suck! Now I'm going to get into the age-old question of subbed versus dubbed. Now, for me personally, I have always watched Naruto Shippuden in the English dub. That is one of the reasons I was so hesitant to finally finish this show, because watching 300-ish episodes of an English dub, it weighs on a man, I swear. Just, oh, it's been a struggle, guys. I'm not saying that the English dub is particularly bad, I'm just saying that just that much English dub is just like, oh, it hurts my brain. But, getting on to the topic of the English dub, I am a veteran weeb. I have seen a lot of anime, I've been around the block, and if you're anything like me, then you will probably know quite a few English voice actors, or you can recognize some of them. Now, there's, excuse me while I go on just a huge rant and a tangent right now, there is just... Okay, so there's the Funimation Cast. There's very popular, very famous voice actors who are used in a lot of dubs. The Funimation guys, Jamie Marchi, Jeremy Lee, Todd Haberkorn, those sort of people. So Todd Haberkorn is a very popular and very good voice actor. His most notable role, I suppose, is probably not Spoon Fairy Tale. He voices many other characters. He's a very good voice actor, but he doesn't have a sort of main character role in Naruto Shippuden. So I swear, every freaking side character has his voice, and every time it's there and I hear it and I swear he must voice at least 10 or 11 side characters in the show, and he's just always, it triggers me so much. Like, come on guys, you couldn't have just hired 1 or 2 more voice actors to voice these side characters. Okay, I'm calm. Rant over. He is, of course, a very skilled voice actor, and he can do a very different, you know, quite a large array of different voices, but every time I recognize it, and I know that it's him. Ooh, okay, whatever. The dub is very good. I have always watched it in English dub. I cannot imagine watching it in anything else. Getting on to the topic of the Japanese voice actors, though, I have, you know, seen a few scenes in the Japanese, and I don't know, dude, there's just something... I've always watched in the dub, and that's just how it is. But, of course, you may have heard of Naruto's verbal tick, dattabayo. In English, it roughly translates to, believe it, so that's why his catchphrase has always been, believe it, it's my ninja way. So annoying, dude. You like my kunai, by the way? Good times. I got this at one of my first anime conventions. Anyways, so that's one of the reasons maybe I could watch the Japanese sometime, the nuances to the characters, their verbal ticks and all that that stuff. I've heard that the tailed beasts all have a funny little quirk about them, or their verbal tick and all that stuff. But there's that, I suppose. Sub versus dub. In this case, I have always watched the dub of Naruto. Tell me what you have always watched Naruto in the comment section down below, maybe, perhaps. So then, everybody, all in all, I have enjoyed Naruto. It has been good to finally get it out of my system and finally finish it. Just, there is a bit of a problem. There is a little bit of a problem with Naruto as a whole, though. This is one of the worst offending shows to do filler episodes and backstories and just so many flashbacks and backstories and flashbacks. Just every episode, every 10 episodes, there's a flashback or some ridiculous thing. It's just, it boggles the mind. So, of course, I don't know much about the production time of Naruto, but there is a thing of the manga and the anime sort of going at each other. So the manga gets to a certain point and the anime catches up, but then when that happens, the manga has to go forward and the anime has to screw around and do little sort of filler episodes and silly bullshit backstory while it waits for the manga to progress further. That is probably what happened incredibly often with Naruto, because I swear, literally, the later episodes and just in general, there's just so much backstory and flashbacks and filler. It hurts me so. I swear, if you cut down Naruto's filler and all the silly backstory and all, just cut it all back, it would be like maybe 200 episodes. But no, the entirety of Naruto Shippuden is a whopping 500 episodes. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. So there's that. As much as I hate on all the filler and backstory, there was sometimes a place for it, and it was sometimes interesting, but more often than not, it just completely breaks the current story you're watching, and you go off to some bullshit thing, and then you come back to the fight 13 episodes later, and you can't remember what the goddamn hell was happening, and just a beginning, middle, and end. Just a neat little story like that. Is that too much to ask, Naruto? Please. Anyways, guys, all in all, Naruto, pretty good show. If you haven't seen it or heard of it, I do recommend that you watch it. I'll probably start with the original series of Naruto, but honestly, you could probably just watch Naruto Shippuden because, as I said, there's so much filler and backstory and silly bullshit that you don't really need to watch the original Naruto unless you want to have absolutely all of the story. I can't remember actually fully watching all of the original Naruto, but even still, I still have a fairly decent knowledge of the general world. Now, I will say, as I'm sure you probably know, there is, of course, Boruto Next Generations, which is sort of the continuation of Naruto. Boruto is, of course, Naruto's son, and we see what happens to the Leaf Village in the future. I am... Adios, amigos. I am done. I don't want to stay in this Naruto world any longer. I have already been watching for 300-ish episodes, and I want to move on with my life. I want to watch something different, such as maybe this. I have a few anime in the to watch list, and yeah, I just want to move on with my life. I'm sure Boruto is perfectly fine. I have heard that it's not that good, but whatever. I did in fact watch the first episode of Boruto just for a giggle. It was all right. It seems pretty good, but I'm just done. I'm just done. I want to move on and I want to watch something else. So whatever. Boruto, miss me with that. I will probably not watch it sometime. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, guys, that was about all I wanted to say about Naruto Shippuden. I do hope you enjoyed this silly little review. I don't really give, proper anime scores, 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, but I would just recommend that you give Naruto a shot. It is the quintessential, when someone thinks of anime, they're probably gonna think of Naruto. It's just a good one to watch. It's just, Naruto is anime, in a way, I would say. It's just a very popular sort of good show to just go to and start with. A good gateway anime, you might say. But anyways, guys, that's about all I had written on my script. I had a few dot points. I've been planning and thinking about this video for a long time, as you might have been able to tell from all the various footage and stuff. We will have one more compilation at the end here that I think will be kind of cool. I collected some sad moments throughout the series, and I thought that might be sort of interesting. But anyways, guys, that'll about do it for my little review and chat about Naruto Shippuden. I can finally move on with my life and watch something new. Yay! I'm probably going to start start watching Ray Zero Season 2. That is the current hotness in the current anime season. There are a few other things out, and I'm just so happy to be able to move on with my life and watch something in Japanese again. The beautiful Nihongos. Alright then, guys, thank you for watching this silly Naruto review, and I will see you all in the next anime video, whatever that may be. Thank you for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!
Itachi, just promise me this. That you'll take care of Sasuke. I will.
What a way to end the video. Thank you for watching, everybody. Here's something more lighthearted. Falling through the cracks, I can't sing Japanese, whatever, guys. I had to completely cut the audio from this song too. This turned out to be a really good outro, but I can't use the song, so screw me. Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye!